and welcome back to Sunday Reads with Renee. I am Renee, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the book Dear Wife by Kimberly Belle. I've decided to do two book reviews a month because the last book review I got for Convenience Store Woman was such a good viewership that I wanted to do 2 times a month book reviews instead of just one. And I hope you'll enjoy this book review again for Dear Wife by Kimberly Belle. It's important to note that as I discuss this book, it is going to have the subject of DV mentioned several times. And because of YouTube rules and regulations, I'm going to be doing more alternative words as well as abbreviations just to keep with the rules and regulations. So the subject of DV will be here as well as plot points revealed. So spoilers are ahead. Please be forewarned. Dear Wife was published in 2019 by Kimberly Belle and is a mystery psychological thriller that focuses on Beth, who is escaping her violent marriage to go into hiding. And at the same time, there's a woman named Sabine who has gone missing, reported by her husband Jeffrey. And there's a detective on the case investigating it, finding all points are leading to foul play with Sabine, and Jeffrey is the prime suspect. But in the matter of this story, we are ending up finding out a lot of things from the multi-narrative perspective of all the different characters added in here, whether it's Marcus, Jeffrey, Beth, or others. Everything comes into play completely, and it's an extremely well-written book, excellent mystery thriller, as well as a psychological thriller and excellent suspense. One of the reasons I really enjoy this book is because it is such a detailed piece of work, everything from place to smells to clues being left behind in the investigation. It gets into a lot of the thoughts and perspectives, feelings, and emotions of all the characters. And I especially loved the perspective of Beth, who is escaping her violent marriage. We get to go on this journey of her in which she's trying to go into hiding as much as possible under new name, no digital traces, which are tough, especially in the technological age of 2019, even here in 2025. And I really enjoy getting more of her perspective and her experiences as a woman going into hiding. And one of the reasons for that has to do with the fact that she meets other people along the way. She gets to know them who are not necessarily escaping violent situations, but are trying to find their path after going through difficult struggles themselves. And something I really enjoyed about this book, especially, is the fact that it is very adrenaline filled. It's an excellent mystery psychological thriller. And I've read Kimberly Belle's other book, The Personal Assistant, and that was an excellent work as well and recommend. But there are twists and turns in Dear Wife that I truly enjoyed. Not only is it filled with a lot of mystery, tension, and adrenaline fuel, it's also an excellent twist and turn in who exactly is the perpetrator and what had happened, as well as if Beth will be caught going into hiding as she's escaping her violent husband. And this is all excellent twists and turns again as we go through, which is that you get to see a lot of things happen that you didn't expect. I certainly didn't expect a lot of twists and turns to come as Beth tries to escape her violent past, as the detective investigates more of what happened to Sabine, as Sabine's husband ends up getting backed into the corner and drawn into a corner as the investigation seems to lean into foul play and is placed on him. But did he do it? We don't really know until the end. What happens with Beth, and will she get caught? Is there another twist and turn that comes up? And everything concludes right into the final chapters, which are superb and excellent and make this such a great novel to read of mystery, suspense, psychological thrills. So what is the ending concluding? Well, to not give too much away, but be forewarned, spoilers are going to happen here in this description I give, is that it's just a perfect way to conclude the chapter as the confrontation comes among certain characters. It just goes din, 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 and it's done perfectly. And this is where the descriptions that Kimberly Belle does is excellent. It's build up, nice, it gets you heart bumping. You're wondering, oh my gosh, what is going to happen here? Didn't expect that twist and turn. You even get the smells, the clues, the descriptions of where they are. And everything goes so perfectly that it concludes in such a way where you feel like you're actually witnessing everything unfold right in front of you without any picture descriptions in this book, because it's so well described, and it creates an excellent conclusion that I couldn't ask for anything more in Dear Wife, even though it's a very tragic one. Now, one of the highlights of Dear Wife that I do want to put out here is that while it does have depictions of DV, it's not, in my opinion, too graphic, but I want to warn you that there are depictions of that in there. So just be forewarned when you read this book. But it is an excellent book with a lot of twists and turns. It's a beautiful mystery thriller psychological piece that I can't say too much more about it without giving away. But I do recommend this book if you're into mystery, suspense, and psychological thrills. If you're looking for a quick binge read, this one was a very engrossing one to me. I only finished it in maybe 2 or 3 days from what I recall, and it's really excellent, and I highly recommend you pick up Dear Wife by Kimberly Belle. If you haven't read her work yet, this is a great introduction to it, and read her other works, whether that's Personal Assistant or more. I hope you've enjoyed this review of Dear Wife by Kimberly Belle. Again, it is an excellent read, but it does have also the subject of DV, so please be sure to be aware of those graphic depictions that you'll see in the book as you read it, and also be aware of more information that comes into play. I thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the notification bell for more information. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me on Sunday Reads with Renee. Bye.